As a Christian, they should know the difference. Because maybe America said, me, I won't share his word with you. Because I will do a lot of work after we've all gone out. So I'm justified if I cheat you. But I will give you. And I know that some producers who will just forget it all and say, oh, they need it as anything. And Something.
So I'm still the one. What do you do?
I think still as a Christian, you still have to go ahead and listen what it is saying. You still have to let the person know that the act that he's doing is not right. And then I'm sure every company they have their code of ethics or something. You can even refer the person like in a nice way.
So you report the person?
No, I won't. So like at my side, we have a handbook that we work with innovation when we do such a thing. So you just tell the person in a nice way, like you say, you hear about it. He knows your colleagues better and how everybody reacts to situations. Some people will tell them, you just, some people have to give them hard approach. I might tell you that one man to another, if you don't say to our report you, but in natural sense, I won't report you. But I just want to, so depending on how the person is, you always have to pray that God gives you wisdom to be able to deal with the situation.
Please see doing this. The sound is coming in. That's me.
So with where I work, I think most times if you want to bring an initiative, mainly our means of communication is emails. You can see me on my laptop everywhere I go. Emails, hangouts, messages, that's our means of communication mainly. So you can even have a one-on-one conversation with your boss, and as you agree on something, if you don't shoot an email for him to say approved or it's okay, I'm telling you, when you go and do it, tomorrow you come and tell me, when did we discuss this? You know, so from where I am, if I have an idea which I feel say a bit work, and I say I'm a boss and put so much effort in making sure it happens, they shoot an email to my boss, then copy the relevant parties within the company. Basically, so that's me. I will shoot an email to my head of fulfillment, head of logistics. Then I copy the country manager, copy the CEO, and other relevant parties within the company. Just copy back to my boss. Then if my boss sees that doesn't respond, the other relevant parties will say, this is a good idea. Then they would come in and respond. I mean, I've had instances, not with regards to maybe an idea, but an issue within your home, and I put in an email. And my boss had even responded, but the other people have been copying and they responded, and the boss never responded. So for me, my company.
Do you feel like I'm reporting your boss?
No, that's what I said. The way you shoot the email shouldn't be like, okay, I had this idea, and my boss said no. You are putting something across. I mean, I had a staff. Hello. So I have a staff who constantly used to complain about something. Just as I said, I'm kind of, but in your there are a lot of things I honestly, my view was I feel those ones are pressing, meaning that they all come as we are staff who sent an email to me saying, oh, this is what I think and the justification, and I think this will happen and will benefit. But who are my boss ever responded? Before later on, I came to respond. It's something like that. One reporting it, he was only reiterating, say, oh, I have this idea and I think it will help in one way or the other. But not necessarily say, oh, reporter said, I told Mr. Roberts that we should do this and he didn't know. So for us, that's the approach we usually use. And I think for us it works. I don't know about others.
So Sister Cynthia, you have to it.
I think the e-billing thing is very true. And in the corporate world, you have to work smart. And you've seen your boss is not working, he's not really up to task, doesn't care about your boss. And you also need to work. So I think recently, I'm sharing a personal experience. We had to pay a lot of bills, and usually I'm in charge of paying the bills. And when I pay, my boss has to validate, and the finance director approves. So when it approves, then the money goes our account. So I'll spend time, like sometimes work late, do all the payment, process all the invoice and everything. And when I do it, instead of my boss checking it, like she's like your second eye. So let's say you have to make sure the correct account has updated and doing this. She will check it. She will take like 3 days. So let's say we prepare and then Vodafone will say, because for them when it's the time is due, you just cut off the money. So you come to the office in the morning, all the lines are not going through. And then the managing director's house
there's no internet. Then you get furious. The train, everything, she has not done the way she has not been, but once we there, we begin a requirement. Within a requirement, you'll be there, but in your heart, you complain with it. I did this thing 3 days ago. This one, she has not validated the phone. She's pressing the phone. She's doing TikTok. You can see. And then you are there. So I then started to give a smart strategy. So anytime I send her the email with the thing, I copy the finance director. So one day I was there, and then when I sent the mail, then the finance director mail, can you validate the transaction ASP? I was like, that's right. So when I saw that it was working now every day. So if there's an issue, know that the issue is not coming from me. I will do my work. So you have to be smart about it. You have to, otherwise people will see that you're always working, you work time, but you know be appreciated. And the people who need to work will be there, and then you will enjoy it.
Thank you, Wes. I really appreciate the answer. Is there any question that I have 2 more questions? And we are going. So this one is special for Auntie Joyce and Lou. Those of us in the media space, in the content production space. As a Christian, I know the type of content we put out matters, but must it necessarily always be a Christian content? So let's say I want to go into movie production. Must it always be that all my movies are a Christian, like you see that they are in the church, Jesus has appeared in the sky? Or it's okay to produce content that will make people laugh, that will teach people, let's say, about, like some of the Nigerian movies, all those things, but not necessarily salvation. Is it okay? But a special one.
Personally, I like Nigerian movies. And sometimes when you paint the thing so clearly, like it's Christian movie, people, you don't get a lot of audience. But when you add a little, like it runs through, the content is there. Like for instance, it's a secular, but those who are watching, at the end of the day, they take something that will really touch them. So you don't necessarily, because when you watch a lot of these TV stations, they show Christian people, whatever, but there are some secular films that really gets the good from people.
That's true. So for example, Wesleyan TV, I don't know, but whenever I participate as a sermon, apart from the morning now, I said they do some morning talk show. Apart from the sermon, prayer something, I've not seen them put any secular movie. Okay, I'm just saying, because whenever I go to TV, that prayer or this thing, isn't that there's something wrong with it? Like secular movie.
They show secular people.
Is that right? Is that when
they show that movie? And please what was that?
I was really
They show it, and sometimes you get, for instance, I always say like a non-fiction and a fiction. Somebody would say like non-fiction, you are edited. But sometimes I think you get the truth from the fiction. Because the non-fiction, because it's documentary and you mention names. Like I'm talking about you, but in fiction, I can't talk about you, but I'll call you. And I can say everything about you. How much you can't fool me, you can't do anything about it. But at the end of the day, anyone who knows Vivian will know that I'm talking about. So sometimes it's not always said that you go to the Christian and then you are doing it. Because even the Christian movie, when you are watching them, sometimes you know what's going to happen next. You know what the person is going to say. But when sometimes you can even turn it and it is you see the world. It's not like, because a lot of Christians will tend to do, and with this hypocrisy, when I watch the hypocrisy, because I always say, or they can say, or they say, they don't tell that. But when you watch the secular and you move it well, you can so Roma Obia say, this is what we say. Because sometimes when you are watching the secular and there's somebody there, the antagonist and who you say, but you also be here. One of you can't get away with whatever you do. So although you are watching secular, you know say something good has to come out.
So please, still with me. I'm a handsome young man, and betting companies want me to promote their bet on their social media platforms. And I want to go into their acting space. And the betting company comes like, oh, I should promote their, I don't know, codes of those things. What do I do? Then they can launch my career.
I had an experience. Before I came to Target, I was a champion definite. And you know, sometimes when people meet at a certain point in churches, so for this round churches, plenty, and then when you watch their programs, you see, say, I don't know how I know everybody's out. Then you watch it, and the marketing person who comes to the person with the program. So then you bring, sometimes the man himself is not there. It's the marketing person who bring it. So bring the man. You all sit down. You don't watch it. So when you go like this, is this a church or is it a different? It is either you go and make it into. So I get up. Now you say, what do you do? Now we are showing now, we are showing now, between things are different things. Because right now, a lot of times when I watch it, now what has it changed? Because you see people are so full of everything. But the chairman, the woman, and now, like or advertising. So you can't agree to such a thing. So no matter what you do, out of the man and the marketing person, too bad, what is that? And family. Obviously, not calling me. Some people, when they go, they don't come back again. Some people, too, they will go say, they will say, or they will say, it is some lesson like that. Now if you expose to the TV stations, I can say, now they say,
yes, one that you said, I think 5, 6 days ago, you don't have a press conference.
Exactly. And I don't know whether what is happening. But we have marketing and production. And marketing for the government and so much. So if you are a production person and you don't put your foot down, before you realize you take the whole thing into something else. And at the end of the day, when it's done wrong, marketing for their own baby, they will say certain people that they and it goes against the production. It may have to try and do what is right.
But our careers are still today.
What he said, some people are take care. Come for the very self company. And you know it is not because like our station, for instance, you don't play some outfit, just say it's earlier, you can't do it. Put me yesterday and some, put me here just say after 9, but they expect say after 9 o'clock, that is not the we are doing it company, whatever.
Christianity, and these are some of the things that about Christianity. But scripture is saying that there is okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 16 verse 13. Now, say, we see, you have morals, you have ethics. They are two different, but two are the one. But that one is moral, and personal for her. And you will say, and I believe so. It is a compassion, it is a compassion. You will group man, and no, you are ethics are covering the group, but who as an individual, moral, a friend believes, not a will to take a decision. Somebody Christian and not a free flying because who will be our but somebody taking because of Christian a man who dance because I will be is that right? Some many will hold up that one is the personal. Indeed, they must see that was specific what they are and you. And when I was at GTP, that's what I do. They will tell they call me Akato. Akato, what the fuck you understand? Because maybe I want the same thing as I could do. The woman said, the Akalabi is why I understand. Almost because it was a faith issue, and they decided they will not agree. Maybe could be a court, so I may hear a court. People so my enough for the year. And the whole world is saying, but me, I don't believe it. But if it is so, let it go. We show these things and say, me, my faith doesn't agree. To me, I'm set an example. There was a me, you didn't say no. And it's a whole Christian school and share with me. May I head of what they are, let me make sure there's one tell the whole group. I said no, then my ever from here and young man. I want to tell you, be on your guard. Be or Catholic Christian. Be on your guard. Be on your guard. Stand fair. Be courageous. Be courageous and what? And then what? Do everything in love. Be courageous and strong. Faith be your home. So stand fair in faith. Fair in faith and that person will stand fair in the faith. And you know, so we are Christian. This is where I shake because your book would be because the person I once said, "Oh, your boss." But me, I am a person who said, maybe I said people will teach. I say, I can't do this. Say, I can't do that. You understand? Just imagine, say, managing director. With that managing director. You understand me? Somebody narrating. Now, don't forget about now, what happened? Now, Mama Yachi. Do you understand? I'm really concerned. Seriously. You understand? I don't like to come and be free GTP said, contract me immediately. And in cash and they came to my office, built like this. They were begging that I don't go. And I said, no, I have to go. And I left because I had a contract. You understand me? Because, let me say, I was saying to the as a Christian, you should say, this one is faith and no compromise. And here is you. You understand me? what happened? Okay, hey, you are not. Yeah, I've been sacrifice. So please come. So let's say I'm going to sorry about it. So I'm a cameraman, like music video cameraman, and the quality of what I do, the only musicians that can afford it are the secular musicians. You understand? And maybe let's say Joe Metal, he has the money to pay for my services. Am I going to say Joe Metal and he call me? I can't take Stone Boy's contract, I can't take Shatawa's contract, I can't take Sam. I'm a cameraman, that's my name. So am I going to take Joe Metal kind of contract? Or if Stone Boy calls me come and shoot his music video, can I go and shoot it?
What is secular?
Okay, if Stone Boy come, not secular, if Stone Boy come and come and shoot his music video for him, should I accept that gig? And like the job, like Stone Boy has done that, he has heard about my camera skills. So
there's also a manager who decided that I want to play gospel and this. I want to play secular and this. So the cameraman, a lot of times, some people bring their own, like Stone Boy. It's not the corporation that you go and shoot Stone Boy. But Stone Boy can have his own cameraman who is good to shoot whatever.
yeah, so he heard that I did Joe Metal school, it was very good. So now he wants me to do his school for me. So should I go?
Oh yeah, because you are a cameraman. You are a cameraman and you are good. And so when you wanna do it, one number check. Because sometimes you are like giving good something happening for the company. But the way you do it, there's somebody there who likes you that. I want you to do some like a documentary for me. It is not the it is not the company, but your good works needs you for somebody to say, oh, I will shoot now, like I saw professionally. So I want to do a documentary, private. So you shoot it for the person. It's not, that's nothing to do with the company. You give your budget, you go and shoot it, you can hire the cameraman who have not in the commission, and then it is done. Then you come and buy airtime and show it. It is somebody's business. So when you want to buy the airtime, if you can afford to buy the airtime, you buy it and then they will show it.
Exactly, so you know, we are in the world that any Christian who will preach Christ didn't come to those who are not understanding. He came for wine excellence. It is an opportunity to evangelize and pray for those people. Do that job for them, pray for them, let them see. So for me, it's because Jesus Christ worked with Abraham for your friends, Maryland and Lara. Other than Chile, friends and Judah, so opportunity to also preach the word. Now, when you leave the rest with God, it's an opportunity to evangelize, opportunity to preach, a time to show that there is a love somewhere. That is for those who you understand it. You know, so you also demonstrate. So for me, at times we call them secular. Secular. No, you understand it. Until for me who are the one as a secular, you may hear shooting from the Shapa and Bishi. I Shapa, what they will relation to they are things. Look, a big exaggeration. It's a whole disadvantage or they can sit at any area. Sasa, we correct to for an answer. They were all part of this when they produced this, and you are chasing for them. Your shoe and your dresses, you know how they made them. You are chasing for them. Why do you worry yourself about some of these things? For me, I'm saying that be in your faith and go on. Once they come, you pray and you are moving. God is with you. In a Paul, yes, if you are doing you understand that you are confusing yourself. For me, we are in a secular world. We can't remove ourselves, and we must be so strong in the faith, and they see us as light. That is how it's easy. I'm for people your home, mistakes people your home, but it doesn't matter. That's what I want us to do.
Sometimes we are sometimes if you are not there yet, and then you go and say, there are some people who have their own revelation. The government said, I'm not just saying God will look down on that person, but you're not with him. And we say, maybe I may decide, because we have lawyers who decide, say, oh, I said, oh, yeah, lawyer, yeah, in the case of the guy, case for her, the power, who can carry it to us. Even when he's giving you so much, you won't take it. Because like, talk about your ethics and your moral and whatever. So the same thing is that we walk and say, push it. The catch itself. It's fine. But yeah, we don't want to do that on the person, but sometimes, because somebody can easily sway one another. So you should not, don't force yourself, sir. Because it's sad, if you ask you, do what you can. God is our helper. The grace will help you, but you should not for yourself. You are going to do the world right by doing everything. We are going to go about taking the light and doing those things. Manage now to show you a bus station must have what to show you. So I'm not going to be proud because this one I will show it. We'll be back to higher. Or pressure not that or focus and you walk another person. But you can still stick with your guns. If I'm putting it on, my name is not coming. Because you're normal time, you're doing a meditation. And some of them almost show or not on mind, they don't want to say, and no, not on catch. But if they know you say, yeah, they can't do that to you because they're
Okay, I think part of my question has already been asked, so I'll add something small to what we are saying. Like, for example, youth maybe say, should a Christian working, let's see, a company that manufactures apple, like a situation like what we're talking about. You want to shoot a film, you're a cameraman, and should you shoot some new scenes for a musician or not? I think one of the things that we all have to understand is that you don't have the Holy Spirit for that. When we stand before God, you cannot tell us that we're not winning. That's why we have the Holy Spirit. And so if we as Christians rely on the Holy Spirit, He will lead, the Bible says He will lead us into all truth. Maybe He knows you can do this. He knows the end of everything. So if He asks you that, should I do it? It's a good thing. I believe He will guide us and He will tell us what to do. What we do is that sometimes we lean on our own understanding. The Christian, they say. But maybe you don't know whatever product the effect will have on somebody. But the Holy Spirit, the one who is all knowing. And so it's imperative on us as Christians. Say the prayer used to be a then we follow his steps, and in that situation will not be as good. Thank you.
So, as a metis, how do you do with sexual advances and flirtations? your workplace, especially if the person is your superior, like the person is a treasury executive, like now, because no, that's not what I'm saying. And also, how do we deal with a mockery of our faith at the workplace? Sometimes they do it as a joke, but certain times it gets very serious. And then, even if they are trying to do something, they push you aside because really, how to deal with a mockery of your faith at the workplace? So, as my workplace, there's two at the left side. All those of us sitting there, the Christians, meaning every day, get a Christian. Instead of mentioning your Christian, challenge, maybe they go honey circle, go sort something like that way they stand and take them out. That's the contact. And anytime they are bad, also, I'm going to buy a man, I take 5 because I see that identify that this is the time I need to pray for them to eat something and wait to. So that's everything. And my basic and family, you can laugh at it, you can isolate it, you can move it. I don't care. And then also, sexual advances. I've been a victim before. I was a victim for 3 years. And I went with that boy for 3 years. So, I think the moment I got married, I went to the office. The man came, hey, nice girl, I like you this. Like this man, this like, you feel like or what? So the thing moved from one life to another. After they were hard, but start so timing. Because saying the report is not correct, send it, and it's your boss. He's the finance director, he's your boss. What I'm talking to you about is real. It has happened to you. And it's not correct. No, I said, you must put out like God. Not all yet or come share. Sometimes, who are our friend come to my office. Who are it makes you because I knew that when I go to his office, I need the door open. Then I'll be watching my back. I'll be watching. There are days that so there was one day that was sexually like he came over me and he was coming to our airline. Attacked me with something and said, "Go to me." I was shouting, "He's crazy." I didn't care. I don't know where the energy came. I don't know like what came into me. It was like if I tried acting with me. And ever since that he stopped for like 3 months. I was there, no I started. So the extent that I said, I was pregnant, still this month. Hey! I was like, hey, you are my person. So I was there, and promotion came. When promotion came, he said, let's do, move me to the best role. So a role that I was supposed to set for you, I set for 6 years. And with my boss, I worked for 6 years, so I was there. He didn't promote me. I was there. I was working with him because I denied him sex. The Travis. And I was, he came Oka. He had the power. The power was there. I still stood on the powers. And at the end of the day, I had favor in front of his boss, which is the managing director. So that's the hierarchy. We have the managing director, the finance director, the account staff. So I was there, and then one day, the man called me, the managing director called me, and he said, "What's there?" He was like, "I've seen that you work so hard, you do so many things. What is the issue? I feel there's something wrong with you. Do you have something to tell me?" The man is like, I said, "You're catching me." He was like, "Say no. The walls are closed, the doors are closed. Whatever we discuss is between you and you. I want to hear something wrong with you. Like, what is wrong with you? There is something you need to tell me." So the man kept his sister like, "Hey, should I call this man this thing? If I tell you, when shout on the man, they can sack me." And I'm catching the catcher say, "Okay, let's see. I'm now picking the doors, I understand." So I mentioned your name. He said, promotion. My boss didn't sign it. And that normal circumstance, supposed to be my boss who will sign my letter, but he said he signed it. And I know now from now on, I don't have to report to my boss, I have to report to him. I have to report directly to him. And he did that for the entire semester. And he was so pissed with the fact that you tend that the abuses into work, and then now you are denying the person of the intelligence or the right the person is supposed to have. So you got figures, and that was it. Fast track, I was there. This same managing director was promoted to another a superior group, which is bigger than the company I was working, and it was the same company. I was appointed at the management level. They knew that when we were within 1 year or 9 months, the company would collapse. I was there now, and then they called me to the superior. When they called me, they said they have an offer. With the same way he promoted me to, so he wants me to come. So it was ending of July, 1st September I should start. I started September, and then when I started in September, by March, I had the notice that everybody there is going to be my boss. I said, hey, like she was so he the managing director, they moved him from that place to like including my boss. I was like, God, what you can do? Hey, so that is it. When you stand firm on the ground, you suffer. I went through pain for 3 years. I suffered. And then around that time, there were so many challenges facing me here and there. But you have to stand on your ground and say, it's not easy. Anybody who tell you it's easy, they are aware situations whereby they are cars, they invaded the cars. You know that this man can give the car to you at 2,000. Just if it's me, I'll give you the car. What would you do? And you have the car. So people, and are you going to do? What is your mobile and what is it telling you? What is the Holy Spirit telling you to do? So you still need to stand on your mouth. Thank you.
I'll ask something. Before I came there, in my final year, before I came on retirement, something happened. There is some film producer who brought some plenty movies, and he had numbered it. As I was on the mark, you see 20, as for their share 40. Why you see 50? Why you see 120? Like I said, he's provided us with about 300 million. Meanwhile, the movie is not there, but some repetition, some year old movies, some year old. So when I saw it, I told my people to watch the film and report it. So they reported it to me. So then I said, I wrote a letter. And the letter that I wrote, I gave them to the company lawyer. Then I was there and they came to tell me that we had another director general who was looking into things and she said, well, I think it was Christmas, and I answered, I want to buy food. So that gentleman said, but you've already bought some 300 food. And I said, we didn't buy it. They said, they've paid for it. And I said, I don't know anything about it. So the director general said, I should sort it out with the deputy director general. She has been doing for some time. And I went to school, and the what am I saying? She's distracting me. You say, this year, my integrity is very important. When I leave here, the stem will be there. How easy she's like that? Listen, if I say, put I'm your boss, I'm responsibility to you. Let's call the lawyer and then see the letter that I wrote for those because Sana, what, Sana, teaches what and see, they wanted to force him. My reputation. 10 years. So I stood on my knees. So the meeting, she looked at me and said, who do I think I am? I said, sir, we come to say that it's free of my friend. I actually said, no, I'm not doing anything. At the end of the day, I reported the deputy to the that I wanted him to settle that matter. And then when I told the reports that we did, that the folks were not even up to 300, so how come? Once after told them all some of my people and asked the question. So at the end of the day, the deputy director, she never spoke to me till I left. I left GPC, but I didn't care. Because at the end of the day, we have a lot of instances that people have gone, and then they will be written to that they did this, they did that because of signature is somewhere and whatever. So sometimes, like she said, you have to stick to your ground. If you know that what you are doing is right, the person, at the end of it, what I mean, the person, because of what has happened, you have to. So the moment you have, you can always do what you have to do to verify the reality. Like I said, what is it? Grammar and when you are talking to the people, let's say, they have any authority to do anything to you. And at the end of the day, you know, very well.
Advances.
Let me talk a little about the advances. Mostly, I am a man in the old. Remember, the nose. Remember, the nose. Mad in the nose. I remember. A taxi companies in the say where man and member a woman, some more HPC. China procedures are all it's like I said, you report to the HR. If it's the HR now, it means that I was said reported to the bigger one. It's a bigger one, and then it just said, and Yama, I was said, because you can't compromise your faith. You understand it? That is how you take the decision. And he said, Obi. Open the office and answer will be a year advances. Necessary to promote any part or yet will be our name, our red year. So, what is our red year? Cosso said, when you are not fine, maybe over your mother will say, but sir, a what I call, we have to say again. So, Santis and the other said, Oba, a baby, what worry. Over Manchester, or the sort of year, said, oh, yes, I was the first thing he said, woman who said, won't pay because won't pay no, let us know. Oh, yes, I mean, only say, and just look at it, the woman. Some will be a trouble said, or your man, sir, I don't know, you will say, and it is true, which all this man. Into what I said, most of the time, if you fix the wood, you have to buy another attempt. Or you have another the third one, what to say, I can say, we are starting now. Not report. And walk aside, get us because there will be a or indecisive who will be a man of opportunity to push. Some way you compromise or intimate, we know because don't compromise if you are not interested. You tell the person, it's a better word. Some officer will be aware the next time about she did this up to me report. See me, look, do it. Because what action want to tell one more see this. You understand me? Now, I'll call report. Who's the issue we are reporting? Because a better strategy or who will show me. Say, Basana, only opportunities over to your sample. So, what this suggestion or advantage over you will prove your ground at muscle or better tackle or best
ɛwɔ na opportunity ba a asɛm a ɔde bɛto wo so no you can't defend it. Nti saa nneɛma wei no deɛ me tu fo sɛ don't compromise. There's nothing shame about it when you tell your boss or your friend say, Jack, me too me worry. I don't love you. And for that matter, please, I have somebody or whatever that is. Second time, just that slap person. Then I will report you. That's all. Thank you.
I think that we have advances and also flirts. Advances of senior and also, but in the office, a lot of things happen in the office. I remember a time I think what they say about NT. We were working late, so a colleague of mine, I realized that around that time, she became so nice and so close, and I realized that you have to know yourself, and you have to be intentional about some things. When you see that as a Christian, you know that this thing, how it's going. But at times, we see ourselves to be Superman. I can handle it. But you know that the thing is getting to you. So I still know how this thing is going. It's not good. So in the first instance, I think that I left the office. But afterwards it was continued. So I just wonder, I think I told my wife about it. So I told her about it. This girl. So I told her that I want you to come to the office and visit me at lunchtime. When my wife came to the office, that was it. It did not. I saw that it. So at times we have to be intentional about some things. Advanced is maybe our superior or for someone, but they have flirts in the office. So many things happen in the office. How I did don't be a Superman. If you have to, if the scripture says that we should flee, run away. We have advances, but a lot of the times how I never help, and then you also have to take intentional steps about it. Thank you.
So we just take a minute of concluding thoughts from each of us. And randomly, I would like you to touch, if any of you can touch any of these things, how to grow in your career. What advice would you give to a young person who wants to grow in their career? Or what advice would you give to somebody who wants to start a business? Who wants to start a business? Activities particularly because of the sensitivity concerning media. I would like you to give us advice on what should somebody do, particularly for the media industry, because the person is afraid that with a beautiful lady, I may start on the 30 minutes, but the demand for more gain, more money, and we end up somewhere. And on the financial note, you can give us the financial advice for them. So these are the letter that we need to communicate. Thank you.
A lot of young people want to be, especially in front of the camera. And when you want to be in front of the camera, you are looking to be able. It's your friend is saying, if it's more bread. When I say it's more bread, we are in the face. And even if you are now, a man will spend a lot of time like camera, like media people, go somewhere, drinks free, again free, whatever free. So if you are determined to go to the media again. You have to stand firm. And yes, the way you went through you not accept it. Because our older men, our politicians, they see you, they will send you. You go somewhere, they give you free trade, you don't buy. They give you free food, you don't buy. You can go to, it depends on where the session that you are in, you can go to a club, you can go, because you are seen. So then, if you want to go into the media, let us say, those things show. And yet, like, also is saying, but you have to flee, not take chances. Because some people, they are well versed in what they are serious. So they know how to get you. And especially when you are young again, this way you will show, oh yeah, small, it's them, that is the advice. Advice for those who do business.
For business, now, for business, you know that I was saying one has to build a home with certain knowledge, okay, and certain practices. Until say you need those practices now, and also you need the knowledge now in your strategy. So you have to depend on experts' advice to do whatever that you want to do. Until say, all I said in your order. Not even to and answer the or idol and go to because on easy. There are giants there. And if you don't have that kind of resilience and that kind of knowledge before, so you need to do that. Then you have to also continuously practice whatever they're teaching with respect, with integrity, with that kind of thing that area. Because all you people is not and my because we are dealing with people. It is a feel that really when you are not careful. But necessarily no what so we be a benefit to one. It's a call for you now where security knowledge from the beginning. Security, we will not direct enough in this camera before we like it or not. So they are very balanced. Now keep books. Then until Suban and Yinzi and offering principles are all what they not ready to keep books. And with that and prayer all the time. I think they will buy this in the direction. You understand it continuously and you don't depend on yourself to Lord to be wealthy.
Final advice for someone in the government sector.
In the government sector. Okay. In the government sector, we always say they are paying money. So we do the work anyhow. And we won't come to work anytime we want to leave the office anytime we want to leave without any permission. Somebody can stay in the house for a week without any permission from HR. And we always say it's government work. But we should know that we will leave a legacy for our children that are coming. If you don't do it well, and that's something that they are surviving on, and you leave one day and someone to take over. If you do it anyhow, and the person coming in, what's he also going to take over from you? So that's my advice. And then I wanted to say something, but it's not out. I'll come back.
Somebody wants to do in my career, a young person who has started a national service. I want to do what advice from you.
Okay. pray. First, pray.
Shabbat.
Put your mind to whatever you want to do. And educate yourself on whatever you want to do. And just do it. Just do it. Go ahead and do it. Because it's one thing my dad would always say. Remember when I finished school and I wanted to know what I would do next, you push me. Robert, think about something you want to do, like what area of business. And just go for it. And by God's grace, I took that decision. I prayed about it. I took that decision. And I went for it. I went and did my master's in that field. And I'm doing it. If I hadn't taken that bold step, I didn't pray, I would have been sitting, I always say, I would have been sitting in my parents' room in Kumasi. I would be getting allowances as the money would give me. But I would look at my friends moving on and out of my parents' house. So it's about making up your mind as to what you want to do. Make that decision. Push yourself. Whether you want to learn a trade, you want to go to school and further your education, do it. And just do it. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, you will reap all that you have sown and benefit.
And then we should be praying for the company as well. Because that's the company, as I said, we depend on for everything. If the company goes down, we also goes down. And then we lose all the benefits that we get from the company. Because ECG like this, and they take care of our spouses, our hospitals, our children, even when you go for, you are pregnant, they take care of your neighbors, everything, antenatal care and everything. So, it's a company you are depending on, it's a government sector. But when you do it well, just as the Bible is saying, if you are doing something, do it with all our minds, just like we are doing for Christ. So that's all I can say.
Thank you. Financial.
Okay, so I think I'll continue or add on to what you said. So as a young person or as a young adult, maybe you started with a degree or you've done something on diploma or and you want to know what to do next. One thing I will tell you is that wherever you find yourself, you need to be humble. You need to be humble. When you're humble, it takes you to places. And when you're humble, it doesn't mean you are stupid or you are foolish. And then also tend to respect everybody you see at every point in time. When you get to, let's say you are doing sales, try to identify a few key people, take advice from them. Also build yourself. So you try on doing this thing. And then also start small and not starting at all. I know a couple of people, when they finish their service at a place, the company said they will give them 2,000. They said it's too small, so they went to sit at home. And they are the same people complaining that there's no job in the market. But you could have started that job, taking small. So first you get the company gives you food, they pay your medical bills, and all things are included. And then they do so many things for you. So you can start small. So you take that money, try and look for a better place, a place that you feel you can get like 10,000 or 20,000. Now you sitting at home. One thing you should know that recruiters always want people who are working. They don't want people who are home and idle, they are not working. They want people who are doing something. So you don't say, I started as low as 300 per day. I wasn't a salesperson, I had to do sales because I didn't want to sit at home. I wasn't a medical person, but I had to work in the hospital because I wanted to be something. So at the point in time, people thought I was a nurse, but I wasn't a nurse. So before I finally go to where I was, and then they were treated. So it means don't say that you'll be there one day. If you don't have connections or your parents don't hold your hand to a bad job, even when they hold your hand there, you go and you are not happy, or you go and then you are not appreciative, or you don't do what you are supposed to do, you might earn 10,000, you still not able to, you don't appreciate it. So it starts to appreciate a little thing, and then do something at all costs. Don't say that you be sitting there and that is it. And you are praying for money for number. Then you come to church and you pray, God, I want your job. Meanwhile, they give you an offer too far. So I laugh at them, and then they go, because they feel like you deserve better. You deserve better. And so what? So humble yourself. That is how it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Very much. We appreciate our brothers. Please